All right, I'm going to try to do this as quickly and concisely as I can, but given this platform and the specific topic that we are talking about, which is the historicity of Troy and the Trojan War, I will do my best. And this is only because over the last couple of days, I've had people about to throw hands in my comments. So let's just do a little bit of housekeeping and get a couple of things in order because it's okay. We're here to have fun. We're here to learn. We do not need to be fighting in the comments with other people about the Trojan War. It's okay. Discussions and debates about the historicity and the historical evidence for Troy and the Trojan War has been one of the most contentious things in academia for an incredibly long time. I'm talking not just decades, centuries. It's the entire reason why Heinrich Schliemann ended up in Turkey in the first place. He was looking for Troy. And if we're being very frank, this type of thing is exactly how and why the profession of archaeology came into being in the first place. People were out wandering around trying to find actual physical historical locations that matched up to places that existed in stories and legends. On the bright side, those explorations and expeditions have given us some really great archaeological sites, actual real cities that have provided us with physical, historical, archaeological evidence for events that occurred in the past. That, until they were found, existed purely in the form of stories. In this case, we have the Iliad and the Odyssey, two of the most famous epic poems in existence and perhaps the most well-known works of literature ever. When this lovely site in Hisarlik, Turkey was discovered, most people thought that was case closed. A site was found. It kind of matches up with the descriptions of things and events that occurred in both the Iliad and the Odyssey, so there we go, it's Troy. Is that actually the case? No. While the layers of occupation and one very specific layer match up with Hittite documents that discuss conflicts happening in this region at that time, with the Hittite version of a name for a people that is most probably the Mycenaean Greeks, and even more specifically, it names a city, Wilusa, which is most probably Troy. Does that mean that the Trojan War happened here? Not necessarily. The historical documentation from the Hittites and the destruction layer in this specific layer of occupation do match up to a conflict, but it might not necessarily be the conflict. And that is how history and archaeology goes. In addition to all this, we do have the ongoing eternal beef between archaeologists and philologists. These two academic communities have been beefing probably since day one or two. And this is very normal for academia. This is how discussions happen. This is what fosters research and inquiry, and it is a normal part of the process. On top of all the archaeology, there's also additional historical research and scholarship that points to a conflict, potentially the inspiration for the Trojan War, happening closer to Homer's time